What's up, team? Angela Gargano here, four-time American Ninja Warrior, and today we're gonna talk about 3 mistakes that you are making in your core workouts. Yes, that are really holding you back from actually seeing the strength that you want in your core and actually getting some progress here. If you like this video, make sure that you like and subscribe. And at the end of this video, I'm gonna be telling you where you can get my 7-day free core program that's gonna help you go through all the things in order to have that core that you've always wanted. So let's get started. So mistake number 1 that you are making in your core movements. This is one that really, really irritates me sometimes because I see it all the time. I see it with a ton of fitness influencers, but you're not gonna make that mistake anymore, right? We're gonna hop down to the ground and I'm gonna show you what this is. And if you do this, don't feel bad. We're gonna fix it right now, don't feel bad. You're gonna lay back, you put your hands behind your butt and you lower up and down. No, stop doing this. I see it again with so many influencers doing that. And the reason I'm not a fan of that is because, yes, if you have low back pain, it will help to get rid of the low back pain. However, the reason you are having low back pain is probably because you do not have a strong enough core. We need to really work on getting that strong foundation. So instead of doing that, instead of swinging your legs up and down and not actually working your core, because it's going to get rid of any hopes of working the core, right? We're gonna do something a little bit different. We're gonna make a few changes here. So instead, I want you to do this. You're gonna lay back, feet to the ceiling, and I want you to inhale, exhale, push the low back down to the ground. Let's try that a few times. If you're watching this video, don't just stand here and watch this, actually do this with me right now. Inhale, exhale, push it down. This is actually activating your core right here by pushing that low back to the ground. Pretend like you have something underneath you and you're not gonna be able to pull it out. Then when you do the leg lower, I want you to only go down enough where you can keep this low back to the ground. So if it's only here, that's okay. Lower is not better. Like my coach always tells me, better is better, okay? So you wanna make sure you keep your low back on the ground the entire time and then bring it back up. As you get stronger with this core, this may actually get lower. You may be able to actually keep it down and come back up. But if you go all the way down and you're arching, okay, you're gonna feel that in your back. So go less, okay, less. If you still are having trouble with that, or you're having trouble with keeping your legs straight, what you can do is make your feet out, put them at 90 degrees, push the low back down, hold it there, and you can do heel taps. This will make it easier for you to keep that low back on the ground and really feel it in all the right areas. You wanna be really cognizant of where the movements that you're doing and making sure you're feeling it in the right places. And you can also do it with single leg taps. Single leg taps. So again, if you are doing leg lowers, let's stop putting our hands behind our back. Okay, it's not helping. It's not gonna help your core get stronger. If this is killing you, even with your doing this right here, then you need to make sure you regress and go back to this move with your legs bent, okay? Or you can go back to different moves like dead bugs, which I have a whole video on as well. So hands on your knees is your hands, and you can do some dead bugs, extending the legs out and bringing it back in, okay? Actually making sure to use your core, okay? So let's stop doing that movement like that. No more, ever, not ever, ever. Okay, next move I want to correct and help you to actually see results is the classic crunch, okay? I'm not a fan of only using the classic crunch in order to work on your core, but it is a great move in order to work on that upper core if you are doing it correctly. So let me show you what happens here. If you lay on your back, a lot of times people do the classic crunch. They have their hands behind their back. They literally use their hands to pull their neck up and they're pulling forward. And that's how they do the classic crunch, okay? Same thing here. That is not gonna help you to engage your core. You're probably gonna wanna feel that in your low back. Instead, I want you to think about this. I want you to pretend that your nose is going, there's a string on your nose and it's gonna pull up towards the ceiling. It's literally pulling you up. And instead of grabbing onto your neck, I just want you to have your neck placed in your hands, okay? So you're not pulling up. So nose straight up, and then you pull up. So instead of going forward, when you do your crunch, I want you to think about going straight up. Straight up. You're gonna feel that so much more here in the upper core. So none of this anymore. Instead, straight up. So yes, you're not going as much here, And with the leg lowers too, you're not going as much with the leg lowers as well, but you are working your core in a much better way okay? So if you wanna see results there, if you want a strong foundation, you need to do these movements correctly. I'm just gonna like lay here for the rest of this now. Okay. Next movement I wanna go over is the plank hip tap and some mistakes that I see there. So plank hip taps already work your obliques. Everybody wants to work the obliques or whatever you call it. People call it the muffin top, whatever you wanna call it, love handles, all those words, right? So making sure that when you're doing this plank hip tap move that you're doing it correctly. So hopping into your plank position, shoulders directly over those elbows. You're gonna squeeze those glutes, okay? You're gonna rotate one hip to one side, come back to the middle, and then rotate to the other side. Here's what I see all the time. Okay, this is gonna be working your back, okay, and not actually targeting the sides like you want. And I know a lot of times, same thing here, you wanna go low, you wanna hit the floor with your hip. You don't need to, okay? But what you need to do is make sure you hit the plank each time. So plank, a little rotation, come back up. Plank, a little rotation, come up. So let's not roll on the floor. A little bit, a little bit, a little bit. And then you should really be feeling it on your sides. Okay, so you don't need to tap all the way down to the ground if that's gonna make you lose your form. Again, so many people get so stressed out and they wanna do all these crazy core and leg movements, but doing the simple things and then doing them correctly is going to be a game changer in all of your fitness progress. I hope this video was helpful for you. If you like it, make sure you like and subscribe. And I have down below for you a 7-day free core program where I'm gonna take you through everything that you need to know so you can get that tight tone core that you want. And I'm gonna teach you each move. We're gonna do it together for a full workout for 7 days. So hope you enjoyed this workout. Let's get that core nice and strong, and don't let me ever see you put your hands behind your back. See you later.